DJ KJ.
Osiris, you don't wanna fight quick. Rock it how I like it. They don't got no honeys. I'm a
Hey, what is up? It's not that you be back again in the building.
I'ma need my Jesus feel
What is
die quick.
up, y'all? Hope you're having a good day. I'm about to ruin it with terrible, horrible news as I drink
Only thing I got is
the day pack sparkling water infused with hops by Athletic Brewing Company.
you don't want no smoke. Boy, you better see the grave. I don't need no
I'm gonna go talk about some really serious news. Also, hold on. Let me see here.
German engineering. I be swerving while I'm steering.
This got messed up. Hold on, I need to fix it.
I got to what I'm fearing. I'ma get the speakers blaring. Now I got you shorty.
I don't know if you guys saw the frame rate. The bill's dropping bad.
I'll be saying how we
But here we go. I think this is good.
in every show I do amazing. Homie Frankie, yeah, I play it.
Yo, what's up, chat? How's it going?
I can't stop. I'ma
I
see.
think I just want to dive into the story because there is a lot to get into with this story.
I know me like a
I want to make sure that I'm able to
But you album when it fly.
check out one of your guys' videos.
When you hear my music, complimented with a headbang. Ranging from the south.
Oh, hold up, the music. Although that song is fire, It's Bipolar by Little Limbo there. By Little Limbo. All right. So let's dive right into the story head first, putting on a helmet, of course. So, you guys, I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware of what's going on in Ohio. There was a train derailment in Ohio, in East, in East Palestine. It was carrying a lot of dangerous materials, and they, the trains were kind of blocking the tracks, and so they decided to, set off a fire on one of the train cars for some reason. It wasn't clear exactly why it was that they decided to do this, but they did, and the results were somewhat disastrous here. The news has kind of been covering this. It's been a top story. The mainstream media has been said to be ignoring it. I am seeing it get picked up here now. But here's today. The Today Show's, they did a piece on this. Oh, hey, Mr. Pizza.
It's been 12 days since the fiery derailment of a train carrying hazardous chemicals through East Palestine, Ohio, and the plan burned to prevent a potentially catastrophic explosion. Residents worry about what's still in the air, soil, and water of their rural community.
Don't tell me it's safe. Something's going on if the fish are floating in the creek.
Ohio
Yep.
officials confirming some 30
Yep, 3,500 fish died in these waters. Oh, hey, Larry, so what's up? This is in Ohio. Did you hear about, this is like a huge story. This is an insane story.
3,500 fish died in local waters in the days after the derailment, but insist extensive testing shows there's no threat to other wildlife or humans. They say
Now, I don't understand how that's true. How can there be no threat to life or humans if it has killed fish? And there are reports also of other animals dying, and I'm going to get to those later. But it just doesn't really ring too true to me. Yeah, y'all, they're getting swagged out in Ohio now with this whole situation. Mr. Pizza said, "I don't get the Ohio memes. They're not funny. It's just confusing. You understand it once it's there. People have turned Ohio into sort of a meme, and in my opinion, they deserve it." It's a sad state. There's a reason why, like, Midwest emo. Have you guys heard of Midwest emo? Hold on, wait a second. Hold on, let me see here. Have you guys heard of Midwest emo? It's like a literal genre. American football is like a popular. Let me see here. Midwest emo. Bro, this song is what it's like to live in Ohio. That's actually pretty insane. But yeah, Ohio is a it's sad. In my opinion. The only reason I was ever thinking about living in Ohio was for the low cost of living, and now we know where the cost of living is low. There we go. There's a nice transition to get back to our to the subject at hand.
Hey, there's only anecdotal evidence of residents getting sick and no confirmed connection to the hazardous chemicals aboard the train.
I definitely have a right to know what was on that train.
Still, for the first time, state officials suggested residents returning to the evacuation zone use bottled water, especially if they have a private well, while testing continues. The governor was asked if he would return home if he lived near the crash site.
I think that I would be drinking the bottled water. I would be alert and concerned, but I would probably be back in my house.
An answer leaving some residents with mixed emotions.
I feel about 80% safe.
Ben Ratner and his family live half a mile from the crash site. Their kids are back in school after being out for a week. It sounds like you're still worried.
I think more so worried for the long term.
Residents have
We
filed
still don't know what the
multiple
long-term
class
effect of
action
this is gonna be.
lawsuits seeking damages from the rail operator Norfolk Southern, including free health monitoring and screening. The company says it has already paid residents more than $1 million in assistance, and that it's committed to cleaning up any contamination.
All right. We'll keep it
In
up.
addition to that, the U.S. government's also going to be giving $25,000 to the state to help with this. So, very nice. Let's see, but there's more here. There's some pandemonium in the whole at the town hall, because there was a town hall. I think it was today about this, where people who lived in this area were able to stop by and see what was happening, or like talk about what's happening and get answers. At least that was the plan. It's a good question, because there are a lot of questions surrounding Norfolk Southern, and we're gonna get into those later.
Norfolk Southern was invited. Here we are. Norfolk Southern was invited. They were the ones that were pro this cable thing when I was against it and wanted to have it in the auditorium. Okay? We invited them many times. They were at all the meetings. Then the day I get a phone call that they didn't feel safe. I understand, sir. I'm just as frustrated as you. I'm just as frustrated as you guys. Listen, Miss King, I understand everybody. I'm just as frustrated. I live in the community just like you. I'm trying to get answers. I literally cannot force them to be here. You can see how much. Hey, listen. If you got a question, if you have a question for Norfolk Southern, they are not here tonight. My table is right down here. You come and get one of my cards, and then I will get your question. We will respond to you. I will ask that question on your behalf. You will not.
What? I feel like it would be a lot better if they just went and spoke to them directly. But I mean, if the company's gonna be scared, then you can't really, like the mayor said, you can't really make them, stop by and answer the questions directly. But if I was, one of these, grown-ups over there in Ohio, I would not be thrilled about, having to hear a secondhand report of the answer that the train company gives if they decide to provide it.
Getting your question answered at some time.
Unfortunately, that's all that he can do. And here's more highlights from the town hall meeting.
This morning, mounting frustration and new legal action as people living near that toxic train derailment site in Ohio.
They're doing legal action? I mean, they should be, because somebody should be held responsible for what happened here.
Voice concern about their health.
How should
We went to Akron Children's Hospital with my grandson, and we're told that they do not have anything set up a protocol yet for testing for the cause of these symptoms.
My goodness, why don't they? Okay, one thing is like, why are they there? Like, it's very clearly unsafe to still be there. If you go back to the area where they say that it's safe, and then you get rashes, all your animals are dead, and the air is stinging your nose and eyes and throat and lungs, it doesn't matter if they say that it's safe. I would leave, and I hope that, if I'm gonna be honest, I think that so something has to happen. They have to have some sort of program where they can stay, for a considerable amount of time somewhere else until East Palestine is safe. But at least East Palestine is not safe, and other spots in Ohio could be affected in the future as well, and we'll get to that in a bit.
It's been nearly 2 weeks since a Norfolk Southern train carrying an estimated 1 million pounds of vinyl chloride, a chemical used to make plastic, derailed, causing a fire that burned for days, prompting officials to carry out a controlled explosion. 5,000 East Palestine, Ohio residents were evacuated. They were allowed back last week, but many say they don't feel safe, fearing the soil and water has been contaminated. Some reporting sore throat.
Look at this fish, man. Does that look safe to you?
Burning eyes, vomiting, and other symptoms, while local officials report thousands of fish have died in local waterways. Norfolk's.
What about that sounds safe? Is there anything to that sounds safe? Oh yeah, the people came back and they started throwing up, and it's safe. What? That's just, there's no way that that's true.
Southern decided not to participate in a community meeting yesterday, citing security concerns, saying, "We know that many are rightfully angry and frustrated right now. We have become increasingly concerned about the growing physical threat to our employees." State officials confirm new tests show the municipal water is safe, but many residents expressing doubt. ABC's Alex Perche spoke to Ohio Governor Mike DeWine.
You have residents that say they can smell something in the air, and because of that, it's hard for them to believe what's on the gas monitors. What would you say to them?
The only thing we can do is simply tell them what the scientists tell us, and that is that the smell can linger and be there long after when there's no discernible problem with the air.
Do the scientists have anything to say at all about the rashes, about the vomiting, about the irritation to the eyes, nose, throat, and lungs? Feels like maybe something that would encompass their expertise, perhaps, potentially.
Norfolk Southern is now facing a class action lawsuit claiming the train derailment released chemical weapons into the community. The company has not commented on the lawsuit.
Also, that audio was horrible. I don't know what they did there. Anyways, and I know that this is propaganda from the Chinese government, but CCTV did also interview some folks who lived in the area as well.
So if you can make it back to spring up, because that's a little bit of sunshine for them. Even the
Put this in here. It's been horrible, I'll tell you that. It just, everybody's confused, it's mixed up. It's just a big shock to the town and all the residents. People are, extremely upset.
We're home for maybe 3.5 days after they lifted the evacuation order, and we had to leave again. So.
Wait, why do they? Oh, I see. I was wondering why they would leave, but I guess if it was making them sick, yeah, you gotta leave, man.
My 2-year-old is taking it a lot harder. She has said several times that she wants to go home, but unfortunately we cannot until we know it's safe.
I was away from the house for 10 days. A friend of mine was good enough to take me and my dog in, and so I stayed with her from the initial wreck was like right around 9 o'clock, and by 9:45, I had the sheriff or the police department knocking at my door. My house is 2 blocks from the site.
Wow. It is great that a lot of people are deciding to leave after getting sick because they went back. I would not trusting the government in this case is just a very, very bad idea. Although I understand if you have jobs there, but still, it's not worth like risking your future health in regards to this. Mr. Pizza says, "Yo, the newbie with the help of ChatGPT, I'm writing my first ever story, and you're actually in it." Okay, nice. That a ChatGPT story is not something that I've seen like all the way through, like complete chapters and stuff. So that'd be interesting to see. Those Mean E Productions have been looking on Fiverr to find an animator to see if you can get it animated. It's crazy to think someone wanted $4,300 to do it. I guess it depends on how long it is, but if the person's good, animating is expensive. So, you know, $3,400 is not completely surprising to me.
Just to hear the heartbreak, the trauma that the kids are going through, that's probably what breaks my heart the most, because we're just coming off the pandemic and these kids are just starting to get another sense of, or their sense of normalcy back, and now we've completely wrecked their world again with this train derailment. So the kids probably are what we're wanting to help the most.
Man, this is just a terrible situation, but there's more here. Now, there's been an expert, Sil Sagiano, I believe is how you say it. He's a former battalion chief, and he is like an expert in, you know, these types of situations. I kind of understands like the danger level of everything. And when speaking to him, he had some very interesting comments about the situation.
Joining us now is Sil Sagiano, a former battalion.
I said it wrong. Sil Sagiano. I'm sorry, my dude.
Chief with the Youngstown Fire Department, who is also a hazardous materials specialist. So how are you reading this? Just how serious is this?
Well, anytime you have the potential of a containment failure, it's serious. The cars that these vinyl chlorides are carried in are what's called a DOT 111. They're an unpressurized vehicle. Anything that's in there is carried at ambient pressure. Now, as heat is impinged upon this stuff, there are pop-off valves that'll help blow off some of the pressure that's caused by the product heating up inside of it. At some point, you reach a breakover point where the pop-off valve will not sufficiently release enough pressure, and you start heating the inside of the tanker and the product that's in the tanker. Eventually, it reaches a boiling point, and you have what's called a BLEVE, which is a boiling liquid expanding vapor explosion, and that'll rip the tank apart, and that'll cause the shrapnel to fly in all directions. The problem that you have with that is, if that tanker happens to be in the middle of a lot of other vinyl chloride tankers, that could rupture those tankers and cause, you know, kind of a domino effect of all the other tankers. When that stuff releases, the vinyl chloride will release, it'll catch fire, and as it burns, it's going to give off, you know, the hydrogen chlorides and the phosgenes.
So I have a question. We kind of talked a little bit about this earlier. Do you believe the 1 mile zone, do you think that's enough room if something were to happen?
I'm not exactly sure of the topography of the place, but if the topography is not ideal, I would go to 1.5 miles, just to be sure. I've seen pictures of tanker cars that have BLEVE'd and they've pitched parts 1.5 miles away.
Wow.
So,
you were talking about some of these other gases too and how dangerous they can be. Talk about that a little bit. If it does blow, there'll be gases in the air, correct?
Yeah, you'll have some gases. As the vinyl chloride starts to burn, it'll burn off into either the hydrogen chloride or the phosgene. The phosgene is the worst of the bunch. It actually was a nerve gas, a CG agent used during World War I to kill, you know, soldiers in the foxholes. It's an asphyxiant. It gets into your lungs. You'll actually drown in your own fluids because it'll create an acid that your lungs trying to neutralize. The hydrogen chloride is just as bad too. It's going to get into your lungs and it's going to cause some problems.
Norfolk Southern did release that there was also butyl acrylate as well as benzene residue. What are the dangers associated with those?
The butyl acrylate is kind of similar to that of the vinyl chlorides. It's extremely flammable. However, unlike the vinyl and the hydrogen chlorides and the phosgenes, it's not as deadly. Phosgene is dangerous at like 3 parts per millionth. So if you can imagine this room surrounded by 1 million ping pong balls, if only 3 of them got into the room, you'd be in trouble. So it's not as bad, but it is still bad. It's not a cancer-causing agent like vinyl chlorides and the other ones. And the benzene,
and that's where a lot of like the long-term concern is from, because with things that cause cancer, you don't get the cancer, until at least like a few years down the line. So people aren't sure if they're being affected in that way yet or not.
Residual, sometimes having a little bit of benzene left in a container is worse than having a full container because of the vapors, and it could potentially explode.
What's the best case scenario out of this?
Best case scenario is they cool the temperatures down. I'm sure they're monitoring it with thermal imaging cameras and standoff thermometers, and I'm sure that's probably what has precipitated their advisement that things have changed. They've noticed temperature gradient change. Cooling it off, it falls below the explosion temperature, and they're able to get it under control. Worst case, it blows.
Yep. Sam Cajano, thanks for joining us. We sure do appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
It's crazy. Now, there's more reports on the ground of exactly how dangerous this is. Real quick, before we wrap this up. And again, we don't 100% know everything that's been going on. We don't know if there's some sort of government obfuscation of like what's happening. We don't even know the full extent of who is going to be affected and who's not going to be affected by this. But here we've got J.D. Vance of Ohio just taking a look at what he found.
Hey guys, so I'm here at Leslie Run, and there's dead worms and dead fish all throughout this water. So, something I just discovered is that if you scrape the creek bed, it's like chemical is coming out of the ground. Can you come here and let me just show this to people. I don't know if you're going to see this on the camera, but watch this. Just see that chemical.
Absolutely crazy. Like it looks like that looks terrible. Now I've seen something similar to that, like places where like oil's like been in the water, but only like a little bit. I've never seen it at this scale. This is insane.
Out of the creek, this is disgusting. And the fact that we have not cleaned up the train crash, the fact that these chemicals are still seeping in the ground is an insult to the people who live in East Palestine. Do not forget these people. We've got to keep applying pressure. That's how we're going to fix this problem. Thank you.
And I appreciate J.D. Vance, a senator actually calling for more action, because we haven't really seen, similar rhetoric from a lot of other politicians. Even the DeWine doesn't really seem to be kind of as motivated and upset by this whole situation. Someone there in the comment section has a good point. It says it is a conundrum. Let me pull it up here. It is a conundrum that all that soil will have to be dug out and put somewhere, while the process of digging it out will damage that ecosystem. It will indeed take a lot of work to put the area back the way it was. It may take up to a decade to restore what was damaged, which is absolutely terrible. Let's see here. We've also got the individual who reported so many dead chickens that she raised, I believe. Just came home and found most of the chickens dead. It's terrible.
Now, we told you about that strong scent and the air quality. There is one woman who lives in Mahoning County who's not all that sure that the situation there is safe. First News reporter Nadine Grimling talked with her today. She joins us here with that story. Nadine.
Well, Stan, even though North Lima is about 10 miles away from East Palestine, Amanda Brashear says when she went to let her dog out last night at about 10 o'clock, the smell made her eyes water. And she also believes it could be why her chickens are now dead.
I walked up to the cage, and this is what I found.
Amanda Brashears was going to feed her 5 hens and rooster this morning when she discovered them all lifeless, practically in the same position, with no signs of a predator entering their enclosure.
I'm beyond upset and quite panicked, because they may be just chickens, but they're family.
Brashear says her chickens were alive and well yesterday. She believes the smell following the detonation of the train carrying chemicals that derailed in East Palestine is to blame for her birds' sudden death.
My video camera footage shows my chickens were perfectly fine before they started this burn. And as soon as they started the burn, my chickens slowed down and they died. If it can do this to chickens in one night, imagine what it's going to do to us in 20 years.
Officials have said that the smell wasn't toxic or dangerous, but still advised people in the Mahoning Valley to stay indoors Monday night as a precaution.
Well, if you tell people to stay indoors, then you probably know that there's some sort of health risk. I would imagine, right? if everything's safe, then you don't need to hide in the house.
For them to say the air quality is okay, I'm calling BS. I'm going to be taking my birds to the vet to have them examined, because if this is the cause of their burn, they're being held responsible.
Well, sources say this isn't the only incident like this that they've heard of in the past day, but the Ohio Department of Agriculture says they haven't heard of any problems following that controlled release. Still, they say if you have any concerns about your animals, to bring them to their veterinarian or bring those questions up to their veterinarian. Stan?
It's terrible. Got a couple clips here that are potential explanations for exactly what happened, what caused this issue, and kind of what brought us to this point.
A major environmental disaster is unfolding in East Palestine, Ohio, after on February 3rd, a train carrying hazardous and carcinogenic chemicals derailed and exploded. The railroad, Norfolk Southern, later burned several train cars to avoid more explosions, and has since reopened the rails for service. These chemicals, among which were vinyl chloride, are now contaminating the water, soil, and air of this area. They've spilled into the Ohio River. At least 3,500 fish have already died.
Ohio River, so that means that
they've spilled.
So that means that anyone who's drinking water out of the Ohio River is potentially affected. That's not good.
Into the Ohio River. At least 3,500 fish have already died. Following the explosions, state officials ordered residents living within a mile of the disaster to evacuate immediately. Residents in other areas of Ohio surrounding the site and in Beaver County, Pennsylvania, were also told to evacuate. A week later, the EPA greenlit for these residents to return to their homes, despite not knowing what kind of health impacts this amount of chemical exposure will have on people. Residents have reported nausea, headaches, dizziness, and shortness of breath, and the long-term health impacts are unknown. We and our partners are asking Ohio Governor Mike DeWine to declare a state of emergency in this East Palestine disaster and make a formal request to President Biden for FEMA aid so residents affected by this explosion can get immediate help.
I don't know if he'll do that, but we'll see. And lastly, here's this clip of someone explaining kind of what was going on with the train company beforehand.
To answer that question, we're going to look at Ohio.
Well, let me go back to the beginning.
To answer that question, we're going to look at Ohio.
Okay, I don't know why the beginning is cut off, but the question at the beginning is, can we trust our government? I don't know what the question is. Why is the question not in the video?
To answer that question, we're going to look at Ohio. And if you haven't heard about what's going on in Ohio, you're going to prove my point. Less than a week ago, a train carrying highly combustible materials crashed and all the chemicals spilled out. The National Guard had to step in and do a controlled burn of these chemicals so that there wouldn't be a major explosion, which produced this toxic mushroom cloud over Ohio. And this is slowly heading eastward towards New York City and Pennsylvania.
That's like the scariest thing, that it's just like carrying across the country, because now we don't know if this is going to lead to acid rain or other negative effects across everyone who's going to be just under these clouds.
The city had to be evacuated, but they've told residents it's okay to go back into your homes, even though residents are reporting dead fish in the rivers and dead animals, dead livestock, all of that. Vinyl chloride, the stuff that was on the train, is a highly corrosive, highly combustible, and cancer-causing liquid that, when burned, create fumes that have the ability to be absorbed into the soil and local water supply. And the Ohio River is a giant water supply for 6 surrounding states. This is one of the biggest ecological disasters of our history. So why aren't we hearing about it? Buckle up. The train company, the corporation responsible for this, they were warned that this could happen. That company is Norfolk Southern. You may remember them from the railroaders' strike. You know, the one where the railroaders asked for better safety conditions and upgraded infrastructure and sick leave. And then our president stepped in and said, no,
yes, I remember
company. That. Oh, but don't worry, they've offered $25,000 to help with disaster relief, or roughly $5 per resident, while the damages are estimated to be upwards of $500 million, and that's
like, it's crazy that the railroad company is actually offering more money in relief than the government is.
The small end. The thing is, guys, the government was warned that this could happen. Railroaders themselves went on strike because they knew that this could happen. And now that it has happened, the government is not doing what they need to do. The National Guard even assaulted a reporter who was reporting on this.
Oh yeah, that was awful. If you guys have not seen that video, go check that out. That was just terrible. Not even. It was like third world country type behavior.
The governor has told people to go back to their homes. Guys, it's not safe to be in your homes right now. It's not safe to go back. The people in this town are going to be dealing with lifelong health complications because of this, if not people in the surrounding states. Like I said, the soil is contaminated. The water is contaminated. And this corrosive chemical is also flammable. So you have flammable water in your showers, in your sinks that you're drinking. We probably won't know the true extent of this disaster for 10, 20 years, but it's not good. So can we trust the government? Thanks to lobbying? No. The government gets big paychecks from companies like Norfolk Southern and from our media conglomerates, which is why we're not hearing about this. And the train company and the media and the government, they all hope that we forget about this soon enough and go on with our lives like we forgot about Flint, Michigan. You can't trust the government.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be hard to go back to your life if like your lives of like your like 7-year-old kid is just like throwing up because of the air. It's terrible, but it gives me the vibes. Like I remember like talking about like I think I remember talking about like first world countries and third world countries and also second world countries, where it's like the second world countries like you're like a first world country becoming a third world country, and I feel like just with this whole situation just gives me like just that eerie feeling because these sorts of like disasters aren't generally sides that the country's doing well, that you just got like trains literally running off the rails and exploding, particularly ones that are carrying like dangerous chemicals. It's just not good. Let's see here. So checking the React requests here. I don't know, y'all in the chat, I don't know which of these videos, like how long these videos are. Let me see. I can't tell how long they are. Let's see here. Let's see. I think I might react to these a different time because, let's see. Mr. Pizza's video is about 7 minutes long. And Lennox So's video is about like 5 minutes long. But it's called like My Channel is Dead. And I've already reacted to like a My Channel is Dead type video before. Let's see.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat. Short.
It's a little bit long, so I will see. I will be hopping onto the Concrete SMP instead, but I will be leaving the TTS on. Well, actually, hold on. No. Wait. Instead, give me a second. Mr. Pizza, if you want, you can actually hop on to what's the name of that? I completely forgot the name of that.
Mr.
The One
Pizza
Revolution section.
Said in the chat. They're pretty good videos.
Mr. Pizza, hop into the breadline on the Discord, and we can talk about the whole situation. But I do want to make sure that I get into Minecraft because I've already been live for a bit of time, like 40 minutes or so. And I was also planning on getting into some stuff on the SMP, so I want to make sure that I do get to that. But yes, I'm in the breadline now. If you want to talk on stream, because that'd be fun too. Because then that way we can still like talk about it, but also I do get to what's happening on the server. Let's see. But if you don't want to hop onto the stream, that's fine too. Actually, hold on. Let me see. I forgot to pull this up. Okay, this is fine. How's it going? No, you know what? I'm gonna leave the TTS up. I'm actually gonna hop
Mr.
onto
Pizza
the
said in the chat. I don't feel like talking about the Liberator. I already said my piece. Plus I'm not the best person to talk to for detailed explanation on everything.
Yeah, it's fair. That's fair. I'm waiting. Did you guys' video come out? Because I'm still looking forward to hearing that video or seeing that video.
Oh, hello.
Hey, remind me what your name is again, because your tag is just like 10013 KB, and that's not easy to remember.
Sorta goodish.
Sorta goodish. That's right. I just finished covering the whole situation with the derailment.
Oh, yes.
Of the trains in
I've heard about that.
Ohio.
Company says that the water's fine, but then people keep finding dead fish and stuff.
Mm-hmm. When they poke it with sticks, they see all these chemicals in the water.
Mr. Pizza said in the chat. Colin decided to scrap the video.
And I'm gonna be going down to get something to eat, but if you go over to the Enderman building near your place, I have an perostasis chamber set up there now. Click that, I have something to give you.
Oh, okay. Wait, you said the Enderman building? What's the Enderman building?
There's a building in your swamp that looks like an Enderman.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. No, Mr. Pizza in the chat. Why Colin decided to scrap the video? Because I mean, it seemed like it'd be an interesting topic. Although I feel like it was a little bit blowing everything out of proportion because it didn't seem that serious to me. Wait, so sort of goodness, do you live in Ohio?
Indiana.
Oh, Indiana?
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard that that's like kind of close to
But
like
my latest
affected
video
area,
is
but
pretty fire. I think I did a good job talking about what needed to be said.
We're downstream of where the accident happened. So only the southern edge of the state is, of course.
And yeah, hopefully the issue doesn't spread. Apparently, it's in like water, so like the water from the Ohio. Yeah, I hope not. I mean, the Ohio River itself is contaminated. It seems like, but
anything downstream of the accident would have been in probably the groundwater in the surrounding area.
Yeah. It's just a terrible
I am
situation.
looking for a bed. I will be in one shortly.
All right. Pizza in the chat says my latest video was fire. I think I did a good job talking about what needed to be said. About did you talk about like the whole Liberator situation though? Because I wasn't sure what that video was about.
Said in the chat. You'd have to ask him why he's not gonna make it, but I mean he doesn't feel like doing YouTube in general, so that could be it.
Oh, that's true. I did see that YouTube post. I'm sorry, sort of get a little bit confused. I'm talking to my chat here. So.
I am not confused, I guess. I don't know what's going on, but I understand what's going. I should have thought out the sentence before I started talking.
Always a good idea.
You know what I mean, though.
Yes.
I understand that you were talking to your chat.
Yes. Yeah, Mr. Pizza, he's a YouTuber, and he makes like he talks about like he does like reactions. He does like some reviews and just like fun things on his channel. He's kind of in like the YTP community. And there's a lot of drama in the YTP community, so that makes for exciting things. Hey, what's up, Corbin? Corbin!
Hello.
You got cancer yet?
Cancer? What?
Yeah, you're in
live
Ohio,
right?
You're supposed to have cancer now.
No, I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. So you're still waiting for that big dark mushroom cloud to float over your state.
Yeah, I'm a little ways away from it, but
is titled,
you know, it's kind of on the border, so it's not.
It's pretty good. Hope you can cover it sometime.
Yeah, it's not unfeasible.
Where is the cloud now? Because I haven't been tracking it.
Oh, I didn't know the cloud was going anywhere.
Yeah, it's headed towards New York. Is what I've heard.
Oh.
No, sort of good. Where's I'm close to that building, right?
It's towards the.
Am I going to be like one of those people in those commercials? Like, if you were affected by blah, 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 then you may be entitled to blah, 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 blah.
Everyone in the Midwest is going to be like that. But it's funny because I was talking with my mom about this. And I was like, the only thing that was making me consider living in Ohio after graduation was
Mr.
the low cost of living. And now I know why the cost of living is so low.
I may or may not work on the animation tonight.
It has nothing to do with this, but it'll probably go even lower.
No, but it's like, I think if you live in an area that's not like, you get what you pay for, essentially. So, you know, there are trade-offs.
Not necessarily.
I mean,
if you live in Los Angeles, you do not get 1/10 of what you pay for.
Yeah, but I mean, that is fair.
Yeah, the train derailment didn't really have much of anything to do with that.
And if you live in my own home state of Indiana, you get about 10 times as much as you pay for. At least in my opinion, which is definitely not biased at all.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, my ex lived there, and I don't know if I'd want to live there. Like, it'd be like doable, but it almost seemed more sparsely populated than Ohio was over by Cedarville. So.
Okay, so Anubi, I just pulled up your stream, and you walked into the Enderman building and then didn't look at the Ender Pearl stasis chamber.
Oh, you wanted me to look at the chamber?
Yeah. There's a button on there that'll teleport.
Where is he going?
I built an Ender Pearl stasis chamber in the Enderman building over in Newbie's Swamp, and I'm waiting for him to click on the button there to teleport him back because I don't want to have to go through the effort of.
But if you don't want to cover my latest on reaction vids and stuff, that's fine. I can summarize it. I'm basically temporarily ending reactions to be able to make the content I want to make.
I was.
Wait, what is this? What does this do?
Click the button.
Magic.
Wait, it makes it disappear? Did it steer the Ender Pearl? Did it like destroy the Ender Pearl?
Wait, did the Ender Pearl just disappear without acting correctly?
When I pressed the button, it disappeared.
That's very strange behavior.
That
was a second.
Is that supposed to do this?
No. I'll be back in a minute.
Alright.
By the way, Thorben, I think I actually identified the main cause of the problem. That would explain what just happened. It appears to be a matter of logging off and then logging back on. I'm starting to wonder if it's a matter of the area being unloaded and then reloaded.
Let's see here.
Unloaded and then reloaded?
I think that might be the problem.
Like by yourself or by anybody?
I mean, if it's unloaded, that's unloaded. And then loaded back up again. I think it just disconnects when it gets unloaded. As in the chunk it's in.
Somebody has to be camping there the whole time.
I'm afraid so. Because I did do an independent test. I logged off and then logged back in, and that broke the connection too. So I know that much at least has the effect.
Let's see, Mr. Pizza, the chat said, if you want to cover my latest videos, reactions and stuff, that's fine. No, I mean, it's not that I don't want to cover it, but it's just that it would take up some time when I do want to build some stuff on the server. So let's see. I'm trying to think of something I can dump. How about this iron axe? That's almost broken. Hey, what are you doing? What?
Goodish, why'd you punch him?
You know, I'm starting to think that you actually want some sort of war with me, Thorben. I think you find the alliance boring.
To win such a war?
What? You keep on hitting me. So you clearly want something along those lines. What are you doing? Did you fly away on the firework?
No. So Goodish did.
I have no idea what you were accusing me of.
Size.
Lying. It's cheating. Hacks.
Yes, of course. Anyway, newbie, you can try the stasis chamber again.
Okay.
It should be working correctly now.
Welcome to my Minecraft server.
In fact, I think what might actually be the problem is that I forgot to reload it after I accidentally Alt F4'd out of my screen. Earlier, what was going on, I was trying to turn on the lights on the keyboard, and I hit the wrong button. So that Alt instead of function.
Okay, wait, so how do I use this stasis chamber correctly?
You just press the button.
You put it inside the Enderman head?
Yeah.
It seemed too
Whoa! What? So did it work?
It didn't work that time.
It did?
It's supposed to destroy the Ender Pearl. It's supposed to teleport me too.
Oh, I think it teleported you there.
I was flying away. I was a few hundred blocks out.
Yo!
Yeah, I think I forgot to reload the thing.
That's crazy! Wait, so every time I hit it, you respawn there. What?
I only have so many of these.
He has to throw an Enderman Pearl.
So that means basically I can summon you whenever I want.
Unless I've logged off. Actually, we can do another experiment, Robin, see if I actually did just forget to reload it. If you run over to Isotopia and hit the one there, that one I reloaded. So, I'll give us another test.
That's all the way over to Isotopia.
I mean, you know, you could throw an Ender Pearl in the stasis chamber here before you go.
Yeah, but then Newbie would probably have to pull it.
I'm staying here, so...
Not if I pull you.
Oh wait, yeah, I see.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can stay here. I have a payment for you.
What if we did that
service to us? If you would like to come back over here.
Oh, by the way, while we're talking about this, is anyone selling sand?
I have some, yes.
Ah, can I have some?
Yes, but Corbin will have to take me back to Isotopia in order to do that.
It's so far away.
It's only about 6 kilometers.
It's not convenient at all to walk to.
It's for me. There's an ice boat. It takes like 10 seconds to get there.
Yeah, but you need like directional skills.
Yes, this is true. This is
lacking in those.
But by the way, there's some stuff that I've had for a long time I have no use for, but I know that you want it, so
Me?
These have been clogging up all of my inventory space for too long.
Rotten flesh, he's now a rich man.
Oh, then also I have this that I gave to you like a month ago, and then you just forgot to take it with you.
Oh, that block? Yo, there's so much here.
Man.
Hold on. Let me put some of my stuff in it's an ender chest over there. This is so cool. Yeah, that rotten flesh is very helpful actually. I was actually just wanting some. I was like,
I
what's
also got the box full of bread that I gave you like a month ago, but then you never picked it up.
Shoot. Well, hold on, let me go back.
Sitting over in Isotopia, just sort of lying there for a while.
Is it still there?
No, I grabbed it.
Oh,
it's the other shoulder box.
Is that another person?
I can't probably top on tonight, but I figured out.
That's
figured out. Hey, hello.
Yeah, I mean I have to get off in like 10 minutes anyway.
Oh, what happened? I thought you. Oh goodness, I thought. Okay. Well, we can still do our end quest
tomorrow.
I can do. I can't do tomorrow night.
Saturday or Sunday. Don't really get about timing.
Are you good? Are you free Saturday at all? Maybe.
I am free all of Saturday.
Yeah, I'm free Saturday as well.
Because Nate and I are trying to work on something also for the Terraria people too. So I am for sure free Saturday day, like from morning at least until before 3:30. And Sunday I could probably do like 2 until at least I'd have to get off before like 8. I could probably have to get off at like 7:30 or 8, but I could probably do then also, but that goes for you as well, Nate, but for the other thing too, but
we'll figure something out.
Yes, so me apologies, because I wanted to do the open tonight, but I ended up having to do some work stuff. I'm still having to do so.
That's fair, man.
Yes.
Torben, are you in Istopia yet?
I mean, work is work.
I am. There's nothing here.
There's no Ender Pearl?
No.
Oh, come on.
Are you?
Go to Evil Lair then.
Gordon, have you been affected at all by the East Palestine disaster?
Death Cloud?
No, I had no idea what any of that even was until somebody told me today.
It seems like it might be contained in where it is, but where it is bad.
I mean, the authorities have been saying that, but the authorities...
I don't trust the authorities on it at all, as far as I can throw them, but
the cops, they're fine.
Well, maybe the cops. The cops don't have anything over ecological disaster.
Not all of them. I like, I generally like support the police, but not all the police is good. So.
Yeah, that's great. I've seen.
I mean, in this whole situation, actually, the police arrested a reporter for trying to like report on the situation. So.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a red flag.
Yeah, it's on video too. So.
That's a bit of a red flag in my book.
The whole situation is very sus, one might say, to be hit with the kids. Yeah. There is like a question of just how bad is this and how big is the effect going to be.
What is it exactly? I don't entirely understand.
There was a train full of chemicals, some of which were quite toxic. It crashed over the Ohio River, and now it's polluting the Ohio River, and the water might not be safe anymore.
The water's definitely not safe anymore when all the fish are dead in the
All
water.
the fish are dead. And if you poke it with a stick, you see these rainbow things of like chemicals.
Iridescence, I think is the word. I'm not sure.
Good to know. I'm not going in the Ohio River anytime soon. That's actually really bad because that could go down to the Mississippi.
Oh yeah. If you do a large enough water source, it'll be dilute enough that it's not dangerous anymore. This sort of thing has happened before, and that's happened. Hard to say though.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the movie Sahara? Because that would say otherwise.
Wait, seen what?
There's a movie called Sahara. It's got Steve Zahn and Matthew McConaughey. It's like kind of a blend of James Bond and Indiana Jones.
Oh.
Interesting. But it's got enough realism to be like serious, but it's also got enough like non-realism to be funny and goofy. And the two guys were in the back of a truck, and they in the back of a truck in a desert, and they unscrew the screws on the truck so they can get out, and they have to drag a giant truck van.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I showed Noah Hatfield one time. He's just like, no, there's no way. No.
I could completely hear him saying that too.
Yeah, it was funny. It was good, but the point is, there was a whole part of the plot was that there was a poison that was in one of the rivers, and if they didn't take care of it or something, it was going to get out into the Atlantic and cause disease for like half of the world.
Wait, is that the same Netflix movie or show or whatever that people are saying predicted the Ohio disaster?
No, it's not. It's not a Netflix movie. It was like early 2000s, based on a book. So.
Yeah, people are saying there's like some Netflix movie or something that where the exact same thing happened.
There's probably plenty of movies where some sort of random ecological disaster happened.
Yeah. Hashtag San Andreas. Wait,
it's
that's
like
not ecological.
Nosferatu. Or what? Nostradamus, that's what it was. Who had like 500 something prophecies, and so of course some of them kind of seemed to predict something because he said so much nonsense that there was no way it could be any way else.
Lies, deception.
I guess if you make up enough things, eventually some of them will come to be true.
No, he's just a false prophet.
And if you could just say it vaguely enough, eventually...
Yeah, eventually life is going to continue on.
People will die, dun dun dun. Wait a minute, he was right.
Oh wait, he was wrong. What?
What? People don't die anymore?
Robin, what are you doing?
You'd only be
I'm
able to
watching the map.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I'm playing on the little thing, the little switchy boy.
The little switch ditch,
instead of an actual screen, and I was trying to fly down the tunnel.
Have you tried using HD? You should be able to put like
black.
an HD cable.
It was pitch black, and I fell in a hole. I don't know where I am anymore.
Oh dear. This ruins the whole experiment. I don't have enough time for this.
Well, sorry I fell in a hole.
Have you guys heard of Midwest emo before?
No.
You haven't?
Why would I hear about Midwest emo?
Because you live in the Midwest.
You very much specialize in the obscure.
You're calling the Midwest obscure?
Calling you obscure. Your knowledge of Midwest things.
You live
Yes.
Because we live there doesn't mean we know every facet in
about
detail.
1 million square miles. It's big.
It's literally a subgenre native to your region.
Oh. Is it maybe a better question?
What?
About emo anything.
It's Midwest emo. Yeah.
Yes, and it's still emo.
But it's
We are not
Midwest.
interested.
Do you mean Midwest emo bands? Oh. It's a band, it's a genre of music.
American football is the most popular band in that genre.
Screen so I can see a bloody thing.
I was gonna come and rescue you.
Did you guys have heard of the band American Football? They're like one of the most popular Midwest emo bands.
I'd never heard of them. Okay. I'm not opposed to emo when it's that kind of emo music.
It's music?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Midwest emo, yeah.
It's punk. I mean,
music.
It's like a mixture of like alternative and emo. Cause it's not like like Youngblood or Machine Gun Kelly or something. It's very like soft and melancholic.
I know, cause I'm singing. This is how it goes.
I don't know what any of this is.
Yeah, it's usually pretty common. Actually, Midwest emo actually has a lot of influence over a lot of hyperpop artists. So you'll see like a lot of hyperpop artists branch out into Midwest emo. I think the best example of that is Jane Remover, FKA, the Lead Zeke, FKA, Kai Zoe, FKA Concern or Leroy. I don't think he goes by Leroy anymore.
I don't know what any of this is.
There is a genre called math rock, and the entire reason it exists is so they can use frequently changing time signatures.
I've heard of math rock. There's actually one of my favorite hyperpop songs. Had a very heavily math rock influenced sample in it, which is why Craig was really into the song, because he was like, oh, it's like math rock.
Where the yuck am I?
Okay. Well, I need to get back to work, but I figured I'd hop on and say hello.
Hello.
Love y'all. See if we can figure something out.
Yeah.
I tried to text Bush Monkey, find out what time he's available.
He's not interested in playing anymore.
No, it's for Terraria, because.
Terraria.
Yes.
So.
What the? How did I discover this whole place? Where did this come from?
Where did it go?
Where has this been? How have we not found this before? It's so big. Just get me back to the stupid cave I was in.
Yeah, I'm streaming.
No.
Can you put your coordinates in the chat or something?
Oh, and summon a warden. Well, maybe not summon, but I.
Were you going to divulge some top secret info, Airport?
Huh?
You gonna divulge some like top secret info?
Yes. Goodness, you did a movie parody, Nate. Minecraft is just a Terraria ripoff. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. Put that out a little bit ago.
Terrarians struggle against the King of Slime.
Well, I found a dungeon. Interesting. Spiders.
You give me some.
I think Terraria players often speedrun the game to Moonlord.
5, 4, 15, 3,400.
99 bottles of cheese.
Sounds cheesy to me.
Taste the cheese. Oh.
So, your stream is what the heck is going on in Ohio? Okay.
Part 2. Part 2. Because I already did part 1.
It's like all those Ohio memes came true all of a sudden.
Yeah. And it's funny because like my whole chat, they were like, Ohio memes, I don't understand them. They're so confusing. And I'm like, yo, if you live there, you'll understand completely. And then I played a Midwest emo song, and I was like, oh, the state of Ohio feels like this song.
Andrew Heckler said in the chat.
Ohio
Empire.
Understand the short version is that it's making fun of
Andrew
how boring
Heckler
Ohio usually is.
said in the chat.
I honestly just don't
Andrew
understand
Heckler.
people's.
Yo, honestly,
said in the
there's
chat.
so many memes and jokes about Ohio, and it's just like,
Well,
why?
Look, if you
There's
get
nothing wrong with Ohio.
We never had
to okay. To be fair, if you get the right girlfriend, Ohio will not be boring at all.
All right, hold on. As a resident of Ohio, and loves living here, you be quiet. We don't got no hurricanes. We don't got no tsunamis. We barely get a tornado once in a blue moon. And we have Kings Island. We have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum. We also have COSI, and we also have Columbus, and
You also have unpronounceable chemicals just floating in your river, streams, and air.
Yes, thank you for that lovely reminder. How is that boring?
I mean, you could have that happen. Oh my goodness.
Cedarville, Ohio, or at least Cedarville University. Cedarville, Ohio might be a little bit but Cedarville University, though, pretty lit. If I'm gonna say myself, totally not a shameless plug when they're not
dealing
with issues like stuff.
Yeah, it's like
escaped.
I feel like Cedarville is like great until like there are like issues like when it comes to like things that they need to tackle. But all in all, I feel like it's not too bad.
You escaped, Robin?
But also, like,
I did. Gone back and I can't figure out where I fell.
I don't know. I feel like
just try to get to the secret layer, please.
Yeah.
I do miss like being at Cedarville, but at the end of the day, I think it's good when I'm where I'm at.
Eat. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, I should go. I leave my Ohio stand. The Ohio Empire will take over America. It's totally fine. Bye.
I think it's funny that the parts of Ohio that tend to not be like the least boring parts of Ohio, it's just when bad things are happening. That's what I was alluding to with the girlfriend thing.
So the girlfriend is a bad thing happening?
Too much.
All right then.
No, it's a joke. I usually try to put X's on blast on stream.
Figured. Darn women.
Okay, to be fair, only one of them came from Ohio, so. Which actually, no, that's stronger. That reinforces my point. Never mind.
Yeah, well, none of mine came from Ohio, because none of mine have ever come, so I win. You ready for the poll, Goodish?
There's a poll.
Goodish? Goodish? Hello? I will slay all his horses. All his half horses.
Guess he's a. All right. But yeah, we'll see if ecological disaster hits around where I'm at or where you're at, and maybe we'll all get cancer. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's
that
like
would just be perfect on top of everything going on right now. So that'd just be awesome.
Man, I mean, I would hate like to be like 15 years away and it's just like all the homies got cancer. Except for me because I don't live in the Midwest. Like, that'd be awful.
Okay, I'm back.
There he is. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay.
But I will say, for folks at Cedarville, I've spoken to one Cedarville student who said that he didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. So maybe things are fine over there, but also, I think Ohio, I think Cedarville University is like a separate like water treatment thing because they have that water tower. So.
Not a newbie.
Oh, yes.
Can you hit the stasis chamber in the Enderman head?
I'm steadily going away from it as we speak.
Go towards it, please.
Let's see. Can I don't think. Shoot, I can't reverse this. I'm on a rail track, like a train track. When I get to the end, I'll head back because it cycles back and forth if you stay on it. So
he's trying really hard to science.
Yes, I am, and I have very limited time. I have to go to work I have to be at work in 25 minutes. Because I have to be ready in 15. Which means I have to start getting ready in 5.
Where you work?
At a factory. I have night shift. For now.
Wait,
so
what do you
I
do
go
there?
to work at 11 p.m.
What's your job, or like your job description?
Hand labor on factory floor. We make books, or rather, we bind books.
Ooh, yo, there's this dude I know who like really is like into books. I wonder if you like know him.
Because he's into books?
I mean, well. Yeah, I mean, well, because he's into books, I would be surprised if he's like someone involved. I mean, he's pretty well known. He's pretty well known for his love of books too. So.
Newbie.
He's the
minecart rail you're on right now. You could probably just get off and then hit the minecart.
Oh, I went back to where I was before.
Oh, so you're heading back now?
Yeah.
Yay.
Anyways, the dude is his name is like the Great God Guglab. I don't know if you know him, but he loves books.
Oh, that guy. I remember what you're talking about. How does that exist? I'll go grab the lab.
The Great God Guglab.
I'm cursed with a good memory, so it's been years since I've seen that clip. I never want to see it again. But I remember exactly what the name was.
I am the Great God Guglab. The the trooper glibber kind. I am the youth of thoughts and minds.
You have that memorized.
Somewhat. The worst part about it is that it was part of a Christian movie.
Fortunately, those are often very low production value.
Yeah, but you don't see a lot of them in like 3D animation.
Oh, anymore.
Yeah. Well, I think it's actually becoming more common. In 2019, there was an animated.
VeggieTales was one of the first.
Yeah, like VeggieTales was a pioneer in it.
Yeah. I know in 2019 there's like an animated rendition of Pilgrim's Progress. I haven't seen it yet. Are there any good, like, solid adaptations of Pilgrim's Progress?
I know of at least. Well, I know there's good audio versions of it, but video versions I do not know.
I guess we gotta wait for like.
Drop.
I guess we gotta wait for Angel Studios or like Pureflix to make one.
Well, there are definitely renditions out there, but I just can't speak to their quality.
Maybe buying the, I don't know, the PureFlix Cinematic Universe.
PCU.
They've got a, like a whole bunch of, or at least a handful of movies that are about, like, Bible characters.
Yeah.
So I think I have one about, like, Paul, they've got one about, what's the name of the dude who married the prostitute? Hosea?
I think so.
Oh! Is it?
One of the
I'm
minor
trying to remember.
prophets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget if they were good or not.
They were. I'm pretty sure they were good, especially since they actually went through with that.
I think I remember the production quality being high. I just can't remember if the acting was good or bad. But I mean, PureFlix now is like they're partially owned by Sony, so anything they make is basically like a Sony production. So that's kind of nice because it means more money and more resources are thrown into the projects.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just like a Sony Pictures movie with less money. All right, I'm here. You want me to pull the trigger?
Yep.
Oh, no one takes that out of context. Okay.
Hey!
Let's go.
Okay, so that's a really weird input from us. Thorben, the fact that worked, even though it had definitely been unloaded for a while, is weird. Like, why did that work, but the one back in Evil Lair didn't?
I'm not a science guy.
Bill. We're too far to be in the spawn chunks, so it wasn't that either.
My understanding of Minecraft. Potato!
I wish I knew that much about Minecraft.
I actually have a decent understanding of. Yes, I did.
I was gonna use that for my pickaxe with bending. Boom!
Oh, he's trying to make a run for it.
What? Why are you chasing me?
Why wouldn't I be?
Wait, why am I heading over here? This is not where I'm trying to go.
Let's go, newbie! Onward!
Wait, can more than one person fit in a minecart, or is it just one person?
Just one person.
Are minecart trains a thing now? Is that part of that update? No.
Trains. That sounds kind of cool.
Oh, Minecraft. You're missing so many features that'd make your game so much better.
Wait. I think I might have some common ground here. Okay, on a game, have you ever played Valorant?
Valorant?
Okay, just a second, guys.
No.
I'm going to be getting off now. But just gonna let you know I'm not leaving because I'm doing some AFK. Anyway, see you.
All right, see.
Okay.
It's called Valorant. Actually, I have a streamer. Yeah, I have a streamer I play. I play it most Sundays now before I hop on the Car 3 server with my my little brother. I think you might enjoy it. If it's into that genre of, you know, open world Minecraft-like games that you might play out of spite against Minecraft.
I don't know. Minecraft-like games don't really intrigue me either.
I mean, but you keep comparing Terraria.
Yeah, because Terraria is better.
Yeah, but when you say that, you make it sound like they're similar as well.
No. They have similarities, but they're not similar.
Interesting.
They used to be very similar, but
So
not so
Minecraft
much.
went all three-dimensional.
Yeah, it's a really unrealistic feature. I couldn't really get behind it. Yeah, mostly Terraria focused a lot more on its combat and progression, while Minecraft was just like, we added a block after a year. Yeah, how do you like this nice block?
Man, you should check out Valorant sometime. I have some Valorant streams if you want to watch.
I might see it. As it is, I already have too many games to play outside of Terraria, and I go through them very slowly because I'm a Terraria YouTuber. And then I don't have money.
It's free. It's a free game.
Oh, that makes it even more sketchy.
No, it's not just free, it's open source.
Yuck. Open source, so then I probably can't play it. I mean, Steam Deck, I don't know.
Oh. It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting if it has Steam Deck support. You can probably play it on your computer.
It's meant to be a mini PC. I just don't want to mess with anything outside of Steam because I tried doing that and lots of problems that I'm not smart enough to solve.
Wait, are you coming with me? I thought you were coming with me.
Well, I don't have a minecart.
Oh. You're not walking?
I am walking. Walking was taking forever.
Oh. Is there any advantage in mining these blocks of coal rather than just like with Silk Touch? Is there like an advantage to that?
No.
It's like exactly the same.
Pretty much. The only benefit possibly is saving on inventory space.
Oh. Wait, why does it save inventory space?
Because then you only get one block that stacks to 64 as opposed to 2 or 3 charcoal that stacks to 64.
Yeah, but then I'd have to go separate it and everything.
Yeah, you'd have to place it and remine it. And, a lot of times if some of us go for a go really far out and we're doing mining as we're doing it, I'll often use Silk Touch because I know I won't have enough room to collect it all. That's where my room of wealth was born.
Your room of wealth?
Yes, I have a room of wealth.
All your wealth comes from coal?
No. It's just a room with diamonds, iron, gold, and emerald block.
Throw it! I have something to give you. I didn't want it if I haven't told you anymore.
What am I looking at right now? What the heck?
What?
You're...
Wait, what?
Your Minecraft's skin is frozen in one pose, so I'm just watching you walking around with one pose,
wait, for real?
mining and doing things. Yes.
Is that posted on my end? Wait, are you streaming or recording?
I'm not. I kind of wish I was now though, because this is freaky.
You should record a quick clip so I can see like what's happening.
Hold up.
That sounds kind of funny. What pose is it?
Oh, whoa, what the? Why is the screen so squished?
So I'm just glitched out.
What the heck? Right now the screen is...
So I guess recording doesn't really work that well on the Steam Deck?
Oh, no, recording works, like, with the Steam Deck's all I ever do it with. But right now it's just it's squished together for some odd reason.
Wait, do you stream from the Stream Deck? You're from the stream?
Well, not from the Steam Deck. I have my Mac Mini, and that's what I stream it with, and then I have a video capture card that captures what's on this.
Nice.
All right. Well, it's going to be very squished, but I do have a recording of what you've been looking like.
Yo, wait, put it in the Discord, and I'll pull it out.
Oh, I might have to convert it to tablet space.
Oh no!
I mean, I can only have like 8 megabytes maximum. So.
True.
Yeah, let's see, 23 megabytes. So I guess we'll just make this thing like 360p or something. 480p.
The limit is terrible.
Still too big.
I hate the file size limit. Although it completely makes sense, because storage is expensive. But well, good storage is expensive.
Oh, wait a minute, hold up. If I wait,
unstable storage is very cheap.
I'll go back on here. Then turn on. Let's see, which one is it?
It's funny, in my last stream I was talking about like all of the like how back when I called for
now you can see yourself.
Wait, oh did you post it?
No, look at the Discord.
Oh, hold on, give me a second. I need to pull this up full screen here. I think this is the right button. Yeah, here we go.
The fact that you logged out, though, you might not see it anymore.
Wait, I logged out?
That'll fix it. Yeah.
No, wait, I think it logged me out.
It said you left the world.
What?
Because you left the world, it might not actually work anymore.
I they kicked me off. I just hit pause and then switched windows. I should have put it in windowed mode.
Oh, it fixed itself.
Man, well maybe you could screen share the video that you took.
Yes, that can be done.
That's why I had assumed you were doing.
No. Annoying son of a gun.
Yo, I am getting
I used to have it so I had like a monitor and a TV. When I did that, it was like, oh, okay, so you only have the computer hooked up at the moment, or what if I'd have the HDMI switch to a different thing? Then I'd say, oh, okay, so you have only one monitor now, and not two. But now with the monitor, it says, oh, the computer might not be using this monitor. However, we still recognize it as being there. So now all of your stuff that's on this other monitor that you're not displaying your computer on, you can't see. Did that make sense?
No. It sounds like in general.
I have, like, if I have the I don't know, Google open up on both monitors. So I have one window of Google on one and one window of Google on the other. If I switch the second monitor so that way it's on the Switch or the Steam Deck instead of the computer that has Google pulled up, it will not move the second Google window over to the one monitor. So it still recognizes me as having two monitors currently operational, but only one of them I can actually see. So the second monitor now just has a Google window that's hidden behind everything, and I have to kind of randomly click around or switch it back in order to get anything. And it's like, why? Why is this a thing? That really makes it annoying.
Also, Furman, come over here. Do you hear this?
Just a minute. I'm trying to screen share. Maybe this one?
I hear something. It sounds like lava.
If it's here, can you see this?
Hold on, give me a second. I see your screen now. It shows me just standing there.
Oh, you open. Oh my goodness. Okay, can you see the video?
Did you share it like as a link or?
No, it's on. It's the screen share.
I don't see anything moving. Oh, wait a second. I was looking at the wrong thing. My bad. Okay, I see it now. Yes.
Then you can see what's happening.
No, I just see one frame. Are you playing
Just
it?
one frame?
Yes, I see that it says like X Drive, and it shows like
It's
Gina
apparently
Virtual
it's only
Spirits.
apparently it's only showing Finder. Okay.
Oh.
I appreciate you a little bit, Discord, for letting me choose like a certain application, but I just want to share the entirety of the screen, please.
You should be able to share it
I
with
think this one
or share like a
might.
monitor. Yes.
Okay. Can I please? Oh, see,
looks
this is what I'm
paused.
talking about. It opened up the video on.
Wait, why don't you just share your screen?
I couldn't find an option for the screen. I could only find things for applications, and it's like that's not helpful.
Isn't there like a share your screen option?
That you click on share your screen, and then it says, "What do you want to share?" And I couldn't find anything that just said the frickin' screen, the whole kit and caboodle. That's all I want you to share. All right, but you can see video now.
Well, are you sharing video?
Oh, why did it stop sharing?
Because
Stop
you left
it,
the Discord.
you filthy animal.
Okay, I can see it now. Yes. What? This looks like a meme or like something you would
It
see
is
on
a
like,
meme.
on like TikTok.
You are a meme now.
It looks like one of those like weird like Instagram memes. It's just like super strange. It doesn't make sense. I think the fact that it's squished is just like adding to that.
It's adding to the site. Oh, this was recorded what, 10 years ago? No.
It just looks completely
OBS
deep fried.
decided to have an aneurysm when I wanted to record.
It just looks completely deep fried. It's awesome. Anyways, come over here and let's get doused by the lava together once I find it.
You said you heard lava?
Yeah. You not hear it?
I mean, I don't really have audio plugged in at all, so.
Oh.
I'm kind of using just the monitor's audio, and then I can hear you through my headphones. I don't hear it.
You don't?
I don't see it either. Here, let's try mining straight down.
Wait. I'm getting closer to it. You don't hear it?
Again, I don't really have audio.
Uh.
If I play my cards right, maybe I can release the lava on top of Newbie's head.
No.
Oh, there it is.
Wait.
Found it.
This is actually really good.
It's so slow moving.
Yeah, it's weird.
That? Okay.
Amar.
Vengeance. I can't blame him.
Loud.
Can't blame him for it.
You're too loud.
Okay.
I'm in my room with the door closed. And Marissa's trying to go to sleep, and so is Macy.
Okay. This is a good sign here because I think gold tends to be near lava, if I'm not mistaken.
You're mistaken.
What? I
mean, around lava level is generally where you'll probably find more ores, but also considering what gen the world is where we're at, you're not going to get a lot.
Hmm.
You're
Wait, where'd
looking
the lava
for
go?
ores.
Did you get rid of the lava?
Yeah.
Wait, no, I still hear it.
Well, it's still there.
Wait.
Here, I can release it again.
Wait, no, I bet there's a cave up there, actually.
Either that or it's just a lot of lava. Pretty sure that was pretty common for this type of world. Here, more lava. You're probably about to break into some more lava, actually.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Here, let me show you.
You know. No!
But, oh, yep, you see? You did it yourself. See, you did it. Play with lava, expect to get burned.
Oh, no. Wait, so how do I get up there to the lava without getting burned by the lava?
Let's say don't bother trying to get it. Like, being close to lava doesn't mean you're closer to ore.
But there could be like I don't know, a cave up there or something.
I don't think so. It's just lava all the way down.
Sure.
Wait, where'd you go?
Oh, I went back.
Oh. Oh, yep. Yeah, it's just lava all the way down.
Oh, man.
I tried going through the
Penguin
side.
Studios.
Lava.
Said in the chat.
Yo,
Hi.
we got Blue Penguin Studios up in the chat today.
Blue Penguin City?
Blue Penguin Studios.
Blue Penguin Studios. Ah.
Yeah, he's one of my viewers. He's in
Well, I
my
figured.
Discord as well. By the way, highly recommend joining my Discord. Link is in the description below.
Make sure to like and subscribe and smash that bell to get notified about future videos.
I always say to just join the Discord if you want to influence what I react to and things, because I do take like react requests and I talk about news and politics on there. So yeah, link
Could you
is NTWD.
pretty please react. I tried to think of something funny, but I couldn't come up with anything.
Oh, I wasn't sure what you were,
Penguin Studios.
I wasn't sure what you were,
Said
what
in
you were
the
asking
chat.
about.
I got The Great Mouse Detective on DVD.
Blue Penguin Studios says he got the Great Mouse Detective on DVD.
Ooh, solid.
Wait, you've heard of it?
Yeah.
What is it?
That's one of my childhood movies.
Wow.
I think I saw it like once, so it's a very vague memory, but I know of it.
Ooh, wait a second. Wait a minute. Yo.
You're about to unleash more lava. Are you trying to kill us?
No.
I don't think you understand how mining works.
I do. But the thing is, I think that there actually is I think we're under just a bed of lava, and there's probably a cave above that. That's what I think is happening. Because if you looked over there, it was just like a straight stream of lava coming like from the ceiling.
That's because this is Minecraft.
I don't know. I want to keep going.
In this kind of generation, I'm pretty sure you would just find beds of lava with like a small air pocket.
Maybe you're right.
There's nothing there.
Maybe you're right.
Here's some iron though, actually.
Ooh. Yeah, that's the nice thing. There's like so much ore around here. Whoa. Oh no.
I love how you describe this as like a lot of ore. Oh, you're burning.
Yes.
Not a healthy habit to get into.
Yeah.
Personally, I prefer freezing in my oh, I found water.
Wait, for real? What, you found water?
It's a surface.
Yo.
It's not very far outside of your dwelling.
Yo, bro.
Wait, what's this? Hold up. Wait!
What?
We came out at the back entrance of Wesley's home.
Wait, for real?
Yeah! I didn't know we were that close.
Wait, what? Wesley's home?
Yeah! His mountain residence.
Whoa!
So, there's a witch at his outdoor sanctuary, so I want to just slay that.
What? It's been
also
like months since I've been here.
Also, we found water a very short distance away from lava, which has me confused.
I mean,
they're at the same height. Why was there lava at such a low?
Well, see, I think that the lava starts up at a higher location, and it's just like we're digging underneath it.
But lava doesn't start that high.
Oh, that's true. Wait a second. If you go back close to where we came out,
I'm back at where we were. There's water and lava,
Mike.
and the two are trying not to
chat.
mix.
Sacrificing family time for the greater glory of getting the best grades ever is worth it. Official
where
Mike
is
Mike.
Look at this.
Lava
Said in the
bed?
chat.
Look.
First midterm high 90s.
No. Corbin, come up to where I'm at. You'll see
On the surface?
Yeah. This is my mic in the chat.
Mike. Said in the chat. 10 100s on 3 courses only. Organic
Oh, nice.
chemistry doesn't have 100%.
Oh, so we were just around a surface lava pit.
Yeah.
Which also means you were even farther away from ore than you thought you were.
True. Wait, Corbin. Okay, so there's a guy in my chat. I want to hear he says some interesting things. Interested to see what you'll think about what he just said here. So he said, his name is Official Mike. He said, sacrificing family time for the greater glory of getting the best grades ever is worth it. First midterm high 90s, 10 100s on 3 courses, only organic chemistry doesn't have 1 100. What do you think about that?
I'm not entirely sure what all was said. Something about good grades.
Oh, yeah, basically the dude is not spending time, he's refusing to spend time with his family so he can get 100s in almost all of his classes.
Okay.
Official Mike
What do you think about that?
Said in the chat.
I think you should
Read the
definitely
chat,
spend some
what do you
time with your
think?
family, though I would applaud hard work and like putting in the effort. Though it's less important that you get a good grade than it is that you actually know the material.
That is true. Although, remind me
As
again.
someone who got really good grades but didn't really know that much of the material. Like, if you actually pour yourself into what it is you're being taught, and you're like, oh, this is interesting, I want to know, then great, wonderful. But if you're just doing it for the grades, spend time with your family a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like 100s, cool, but 100 isn't going to change much of anything over like a 93.
Well, Official Mike, remind me. Let me see here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember you saying that you wanted to get into like a STEM field or something, and like grades were very much a part of your ability to get a job. Feel free to correct me, Mike, but I think that's what you had said.
For STEM, like grades, I would say do affect it. The exact percentage, I would doubt.
Official Mike.
I would doubt it,
Said in the
and
chat.
I can't really speak
Well,
for
I
STEM
need
because
high
I'm not in
grades to
STEM,
get into
so I
masters
can't
to
say
get
with any
into a
amount of certainty.
biotechnology career, which is
what
extremely
it is they
competitive
want
but
more,
pays
whether it be experience or grades, but they
100,000 plus a
probably won't
year.
give you much experience if you don't first
Official
have the
Mike.
grades.
Yeah, that's true. He
Said
said
in the chat. Correct Chiga chat.
So what he said was he wanted to get into a biotechnology career.
Cool.
and he needs to go to like get a master's degree. He says it's extremely competitive, but it pays $100,000 a year. So
and if you're just doing it for the money, you're not going to last.
Yeah, no, he's gonna burn out for sure. I mean, he already lost a girlfriend, so.
It is. You do. There's always that balance of work and social life.
Yeah.
I think too many people do neither, and it's too much personal self on bed on a phone.
Official Mike.
Yeah, it's just in my
Said
opinion,
in the chat.
Mike, because I think
I'm also getting the university's career services to find some jobs related for summer intern roles for the summer.
Mike did say he wanted kind of my take. I feel like, first of all, I think it's kind of interesting that, you know, for someone who is like a fan, he's a fan of Andrew Tate. Following Andrew Tate's advice actually kind of like got him to lose his girlfriend. As far as like, you know, hustling and grinding and being like hyper materialistic. But, you know, I understand if like you think like right now, like what you want is just all like the material stuff and just like to be super rich and have like the hundreds of $1,000s a year. But
said in the chat.
In the end, it's
on
not.
the Contra Giga chat, I can take pills to lower my cortisol levels as cortisol crash is directly linked to
The closest thing
burnouts.
to happiness that money can buy is healthcare. Money doesn't actually buy you like legit happiness. I've never actually put it like that though. That like the closest thing to happiness that money can buy is healthcare.
It's kind of funny. Good to have a good job. It's especially a nice, well-paying one, and it's good to an extent to grind, to work hard. I think those are good things, but not to the detriment of your soul.
Right. But also like to kind of be fair, like there is a dearth of people with like work ethics, so it is good that you have that. Like that is really admirable, but it's just
having a work ethic period will make you like 90% or 10% more, 10 times more likely to get a job.
Deductions, food cost, carbon tax, and housing costs are through the roof.
Wait, hold on. Oh no, then you should. So Mike. Oh no. In the chat he said $100,000 is nothing in Canada anymore with taxes, deductions, food costs, carbon tax, and housing costs are through the roof. Then leave, my guy. Yo, the Nelk boys are not like the greatest people to imitate. At least they had enough sense to leave the country of Canada. You should too.
I also think a lot of people over-exaggerate how much money they actually need.
It can be hard to calculate. I think a lot of people in my position actually underestimate how much money they'll need.
In your position?
Like, in my position in life. So it's like, you know, living at home, but looking for places to live, like, on your own.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people, like, underestimate things. Like, there are things like water bills and stuff that, you know, you have to pay attention to.
Though at the same time, like I'm over here working a church job, first year, so I'm not making a lot of money.
I'm planning to move to
I'm also
Sweden or
living on my own. And I'm doing fine with the exception of like, you know, some random life emergencies that have come up. But for just general life, it's fine.
Nice.
Like $50,000 a year in a lot of places, especially in the Midwest, you'll be fine. Just just learn how to budget your money.
Yeah,
that might be the most important thing. Know how to budget your money properly.
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
If you have that, then you will be far more likely to
Official
live
Mike
comfortably.
Mike said in the chat. In Vancouver you can't even live in a home unless you earn $200,000 a year. I've seen on real estate agent sites small
Especially if you're a
homes
single
are $1
person,
million, no joke.
all the money you make is just for you. So like, you need even less.
Mike says that in Vancouver you can't even live in a home unless you earn, what is that, $200,000 a year? I've seen on real estate agent sites, small homes, $1 million, no joke. That's a sad state of affairs.
That's Vancouver. Don't live in Vancouver.
What do you know about Vancouver?
I know that it's not a cheap place to live.
Based on what Mike said, I would agree.
If you were to try and live in, I don't know, Vancouver or even or New York, Los Angeles, one of those big cities or a place that's in high demand, yeah, you're going to need a lot more money if you're going to live by yourself.
Yeah.
If you get a roommate or something, well, then you could have quite a bit of a different story. But if you want to live by yourself in a nicer, higher demand area, then yeah, it's going to be ridiculously expensive. So if you get a job in that area, well then take that into account. There's like $100,000 and well, we'll just use New York as an
Official
example.
Mike
$100,000 in New York
said in the chat.
gets you
In Vancouver, real
okay,
estate agents
but
do
$100,000
their
in,
butts.
we'll say Ohio, well, you're living like a king.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, the only thing is like it's Ohio. But I guess that's why the cost of living is so low.
See, I think you're looking too much at the. But it's so Ohio. Where? I need to live in the perfect place.
No, I don't have to live in the perfect place, just not Ohio.
In the Amazon.
Denmark or Norway. Finland, sure, I earn less,
I
but
should
they are
live
hell.
on a safari.
No.
Boats.
I literally don't need to live like in the perfect place, just not Ohio.
It's not Ohio, he says.
Yes.
Oh dear.
No, I don't want to
Wrong
sacrifice
with
my
Ohio.
mental health for like a high profit
Mental
margin.
health? Oh my goodness, people. Oh my goodness. It's just a place. It's just a place.
And you're speaking like someone who was like born in
Official Mike
Ohio.
Mike
You're just like, this is normal.
said in the chat. A big Texas home is worth as much as a home on the
It's more
larger
that I'm
side of
tired
Alberta.
of like all the dogging on Ohio. Like everyone's always making fun of Ohio, and it's like, why? There's nothing wrong with Ohio.
Bro, have you
it's
lived?
cheap. It's maybe it's flat and there's cornfields, but that's like half of the states in the United States. So why Ohio?
I mean, but like,
what's wrong with Ohio?
other states have people and
said in the chat. Our
Ohio is
during
more
Canada
populated than like
China.
entire central United States.
Central United States.
Yeah, Montana, the Dakotas. Ohio probably has the population of all those states combined.
I'm not quite ready for that like Kanye West, having a ranch in
Kanye
Wyoming.
West.
I'm not ready for that like Kanye West living in a Montana or like Wyoming like ranch lifestyle quite yet. Like I want to
Official
live
Mike
near
Mike.
other
Ohio
people.
is not that.
What about Iowa?
You can live in a big city there. It's Cincinnati or Columbus.
Okay, that's true. Columbus. Columbus did seem interesting.
Are you just like a city slicker? Is that what you are?
I guess I would actually be 100% okay with living in Columbus.
See, I am very much a guy who prefers the country, but stuck in city land.
I mean, I wouldn't mind being in like a more rural area if like I knew that there also like was more to like where I'm living than that. Like if I could like go where people are without having to drive like 30-45 minutes away, like that'd be nice.
They need to, there's got to be people that. What are you going to do
Official
with
Mike
the people?
Mike.
Hang out.
Said in the chat.
Do you just
Mindy
think that you're going to
Cohen is
find
the
a random
most unfunny
stranger to
comedian
just
I've
hang
ever
out?
heard.
I could.
Oh dear. not the college dorms anymore, newbie. Not how humans work anymore.
It's true.
There's a strong need in society to have more places where people just go to hang out.
Yeah. Well,
like,
actually,
there's bars.
Official Mike
Yeah,
Mike.
there are bars.
If you don't
Said in the
drink,
chat.
where
No
do you
matter
go?
where
to
I
just
go, at least my
meet
phone
people?
bills will be cheaper, and I probably will
say
have
howdy.
better quality.
well, people are making like dry bars now. Like that's the thing with the rise in like non-alcoholic beverages.
Yeah, they exist. But why does it have to be a bar in the first place?
I don't know. But yeah, where would someone go to like? Because like I feel like it'd be nice if there's like.
We need more places to meet the Whammons.
Well, I mean, it's not all about that, but yes, that would certainly help
Yes,
with
that
that as
is
well.
all it's about.
Maybe for you. But like, it's interesting because like I feel like the way that colleges are built, and I'm actually seeing more of this now that I'm looking into like urban planning stuff for my upcoming project on the Cartridge server. But the way that like dorms are constructed and set up, they're built for community, and like cities are like built in the exact opposite way.
You want them to be built like a dorm? So you open up your front door and there's just rando in the bathroom brushing his teeth at 6 a.m. And then you realize, wait, this guy actually lives in the same building as me. And then he looks at you as if he's like, I don't care that you exist. I don't care that I exist. I'm just brushing my teeth.
Not quite. But like, more like, have you ever seen have you ever watched those tours of like big tech company campuses?
Sure.
Maybe
Yeah.
something like that. Like
Where they waste massive amounts of money on frivolous things that the employees don't deserve, therefore creating the tech bubble that we live in today. Yeah.
yes, but it also like fosters like community among the employees.
I mean, it does. It doesn't foster any amount of work, so they don't. But there is, in fact, a community.
Yeah, but I'm not
Official
saying
Mike
that it's like.
Said in the
I'm not
chat.
saying it's productive.
I love how I'm being
Also,
ignored because I say
They're
stupid
a
stuff.
multi-billion-dollar company with money to just throw at people.
Yeah.
I don't know how
No, I mean I was just saying it
government or a
as
contractor would do the same.
I'm just saying it like as an example of like something in like real world that would be used to foster community in the way that you're suggesting that we need in society. Not that it is productive or conducive for a company.
Yeah, there is the company aspect of. There's also the how on earth would anyone actually be able to make something like that work in a real setting?
It would be a neo mall. Yo, wait, that's such a great idea.
Neo mall?
It's a cool concept. A neo mall. So it's like, you know, you have all those amenities, but you have to like pay for
Official
them.
Mike.
But it's like
Said in the chat.
the way it's set
Susan
up.
also quit YouTube BTW.
I mean, you could have it where apartment buildings, instead of having just an apartment building, the first floor would be more designed around, hey, here's a lounge.
Yes.
Hey, here's a thing. Almost like instead of apartment buildings, hotels are now apartment buildings in a sense, where they have that first floor with like a pool or some other garbage.
There are some apartments that are like that.
There are,
that
yeah.
I've seen, yeah.
And they tend to be the more expensive ones because, well, they have amenities.
Yeah. But I was thinking like, you know, like a neo mall, it's like, you know, you've got like all those amenities, but they're all like paid, and so companies like, you know, actually sustain them because they're like, you know, Starbucks there, and they're like selling coffee, like right out, like.
Oh, you mean like there's an actual business that pays to be there, kind of thing?
Right, and so the amenities are not free; they're paid, and that makes them sustainable.
Yeah. Kind of put like a little Starbucks in a thing or something, but that, I guess that begs the question: why not just go to Starbucks normally?
Well, because this Starbucks is like right outside your door. You don't even have to leave your home.
Yeah. Well, you would have to leave your home, but.
Well, you'd have to go to the first floor.
Disgusting.
I like the idea of the Neo Mall. We have invented something today.
Have we? Have you really?
The Neo Mall.
If you want to believe it, sure. When are we going to Shark Tank?
We should. Well, no, actually, we should go to a
Like, hey, we're two big-time YouTubers. Like, between us, we have almost 600 subscribers. So yeah, you probably know us, but But don't worry, we're thinking of starting a podcast, and that'll really get us going. So like, we're going to be absolutely everywhere. You'll see our faces on buses.
It'd be better to go to like a town hall meeting and propose it to a town or city and be like, "Yo, build this a Neo Mall," and they're like, "Okay, cool."
And then the government will say, "Oh, awesome! We'll start putting in regulations, and then prices will skyrocket."
Oh no.
Why would you want to go to the government with anything and say, "Hey, how about you do this?"
You'll need them for the
most scary words you could ever hear are, "Hello, I'm from the government. I'm here to help."
But you would need them for the permits, though.
I mean, you need them from permits, but you could get the same permit. But you can get the permit without asking the government to get involved in the permits. You can just say, "Hey, I want to build X. Give me a permit to build X."
That's true.
Instead of walking up to the government and say, "Hey, we want this. I demand this. I want this," and they'll say, "Absolutely. Here's $1 trillion, and you get a dirt block for $1 trillion," because that's how efficient
Official
the government
Mike
is.
Said in the chat.
Well, the official Mike Mike's been dropping some things into the chat here. He threw in a few things. I think at one point he said, "What about Iowa?"
What about Iowa?
Yeah, I don't know much about Iowa except
It's basically Ohio.
It is?
I don't know anything about Iowa.
I know it's Midwest. I know the college football team has the Pittsburgh.
People always rip on Ohio just because people know it actually exists. They know it's a state.
Half the people making the memes don't even know it exists.
Iowa? Who knows Iowa is a part of the union?
But I think it's interesting. The people who are famous, who like came from like Ohio, they left. Like it says a lot about something, about like a place where like if like you make it, you leave. You know, like Canada, same thing. Steven Crowder, born in Canada.
That feels like a generalization based off of just some examples. Like
all
the people are still living in Ohio who have made it.
They are?
Yeah. The people who are still living there.
Did they make it?
And then there's plenty of people who are
Iowa cause Slipknot.
who lived in other states, and then they made it, and they said, "Forget this."
But did they make it in Ohio, or are they just living there because it's affordable?
I mean, isn't that part of making it, living somewhere where you can afford?
No,
like if you.
When I say making it, I mean
so in order to
success.
make it, you have to be able to spend money frivolously.
No, you just have to have a lot of success.
Well, how are we defining a lot of success here?
I don't know, like having high
Very
season
poor people
appeal.
could say that they're very successful in life.
I would say, and I think, official Mike threw out a good number. Making $100,000 or more, I would say, is making it.
But if you're in New York, that's bupkis. If you're in Iowa, you're doing great.
But you're still in a pretty high percentile of income earners. If you make,
I mean, sure. But does it matter if you're in a high percentile of income earners if it doesn't get you very far?
Well, yes, because you could work remotely and then just leave the state you're in.
Well, no, not all of them can work remotely.
That's true. It's true.
Hello, I'm a construction worker. I work remotely. Stupid work for.
Official Mike
That's hilarious.
Said in the chat.
Get a job.
I'm trying to
a
get
real
6
one.
figures.
I don't know. I work remotely like 60% of the time. It's still a real job.
60% of the
Official
time.
Mike
Yeah.
said in the chat,
So
sacrificing
barely a
everything for
majority of the
jobs.
time, it's a real job.
No. Actually, high key. I wish I
Official
worked in the
Mike
office more often
said in the chat,
because I work in
just
IT.
work 2 full-time jobs.
I work in IT, and sometimes you need to like send out a computer or something to someone. But if you're working remotely, you can't do that, so it makes that a little bit more difficult.
Precisely.
So I do wish that like the office was a little bit like maybe more like 100% open.
And see, being in the office is another place that people would meet people.
Yeah, true. I mean, you could date people without like any sort of like
See, now
work
you're the one who went
conflicts or
straight
anything.
to dating. I didn't go there. But
No,
either way, yeah, that's another way that you would meet people, like going to the office, and a lot more people are working remotely now.
Yeah, I was actually just kind of making a bit of a facetious. I mean, I think some companies aren't always like fans of like employees dating, are they?
It depends on the company, but a lot of the ones where you don't make $100,000 are more fine with it than those that do. But yeah,
I don't know,
think
I mean,
it just
that
depends on the
FTX
job.
Official Mike
It just depends on the job, I
said in the
think.
chat,
Yeah.
I don't want to date.
I don't think there's a whole lot of them that have those restrictions anymore. Primarily, I would say the restriction is when there's a power dynamic in it.
True.
But otherwise, I'm not sure those are still around.
Official Mike
Let's see.
said
Official
in the
Mike
chat, no they aren't.
Official Mike said no, they aren't. What were you? What were you saying they aren't? Or what were you saying isn't? Is that how I would? Is that how the right way to say it? I don't know. I'm confused.
Darn you,
But should we get back? Should we get back to Ohio Slander?
No. Despicable human being.
You know, honestly though, if I lived like in like a more like urban city spot, or if I had gone to like Ohio State University, I think I would have so much of a higher opinion of the state.
Also, there's like a stack of cobblestone over here you missed, but
Official Mike said in the chat,
right there.
they are strict on dating, you can get fired.
What Official Mike said, they are strict on dating, you can get fired. Is that in the free country of Canada, or or does that also apply to America?
I doubt that applies to America. I've never worked a job where they had that kind of stipulation in it.
I mean, I assume that it applies in America for the most part.
Again, it depends on the job. It's the United States government won't be like, excuse me, you're dating your fellow employee. That's what you call tax evasion.
Official Mike
So why are we making the
said
entire
in the
floor
chat,
cobblestone?
they
Sorry, it's
call
all
it
the same
sexual
thing.
harassment.
Official Mike said they call it. Oh
Don't
wait,
you know
no. Is this,
variety is the spice of life?
yes, the variety is adding things, right? That's variety.
Oh dear.
So let's add more cobblestone for variety.
Official Mike
I'll not let you place cobblestone.
said in the chat, and it's not Canada, it's China. The underscore said in the chat,
I will
hello.
not permit it.
Okay,
I
you stay
will
here.
not move.
No, you won't. Okay, you stay here.
Where'd he go? There he is. I can mine like 3 times faster than you.
Oh, why? Because you have a diamond pickaxe?
I have a netherite pickaxe
Yo.
with like a speed enchantment efficiency. That's what it's called.
Yo. That's cool.
And you can have netherite too for 3 easy payments of your soul.
Nah, I'm good. Official Mike is fine with selling his soul though.
Huh?
Official Mike is fine with selling his soul though.
Oh. Okay.
No, I'm joking. He said it was all hyperbole.
Feel sorry for him. So,
yeah, I did too, until he said it was all hyperbole.
Hyperbola.
Hyperbole.
You do love a good
Official
hyperbole.
Mike said in the chat. Worst case is I make an OnlyFans.
Official Mike said the worst case scenario is I make an OnlyFans. I would have to agree with you. At that point, you're definitely selling your soul. Oh, hey, the Moxie. I don't know how to pronounce your name in the chat, but we have a newcomer in the chat. Welcome.
Check it out. See, I love when a new person comes in and they're just like, "Hi, I'm here. Why did YouTube recommend this to me?"
I don't know. Maybe it's an Ohio boy.
Well, I don't know, but we're going to have a good time now.
Yeah, maybe it was an Ohio boy. So he said, he or she, or I don't know, said, hello.
Yes.
Hello?
That's usually what they say right before they leave.
Yeah, probably. They were just like, man, this Ohio Slander's too much. You know, when I
this
watched,
Ohio State slander is too much, more like it. Oh.
It's like, this Ohio Slander is too much. When I tuned into a live stream that was called "What the Heck is Happening in Ohio Part 2," I did not expect
said
this.
in the chat. Who said I'm showing my face on OnlyFans?
Well, the title of the stream is called like "What the Heck is Happening in Ohio Part 2."
Yes.
So it was pretty hard to tell that this would be a stream filled with Ohio Slander.
Official Mike.
It was. I
Said in the
mean, saying what the heck is going on in Ohio doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be negative towards Ohio.
Okay.
You could just be saying, "Hey, what the heck's going on here?" Like a news human.
Yeah, but it's not good news.
Well, that doesn't mean anything for the state. Like, anyone can be afflicted with trials and tribulations.
Yeah, but no
like
one looks
trains.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
some
that's true.
idiot saying, "Hey, let's burn this."
Yeah. Well, to be fair, apparently all the tanks were gonna explode, so.
That's what they say. And maybe, but it's also like, was there really no other option?
I don't know. This one, Mike said, Susan quit YouTube. That is true. Susan did quit YouTube.
Oh no, not Susan. Who's Susan?
She is the CEO of YouTube.
Why would I care about her?
Because she runs the platform that you make content on.
And?
She's got like mega head honcho vibes.
And?
She is the
My
head
level of
honcho.
care plummets.
Yeah, you're gonna start caring once you get demonetized for no reason.
I mean, I'm about as clean as they come, so if I
Your
got
politics,
demonetized,
though.
I would be pretty impressed.
Your politics.
I don't have politics on my channel.
Yes.
No. Thorben will never have politics.
True.
But it will likely, we'll probably be doing a little podcast thing.
Yes, and we'll talk
And
about politics
then
there.
I'm looking to do a political channel, which that one I wouldn't doubt would get demonetized most of the time. Like I expect that if I get big enough. But hopefully, if I got big enough, I'd be able to get other sponsors and other ways to make some money off of it. But yeah, the Thorben channel, I'm not afraid.
I'm not afraid. It'd be interesting if like your Thorben channel like blows up and like you get like monetized, but then your politics channel is just like completely unmonetized, like demonetized, like 100%. And so your Thorben channel exists to fund your politics channel.
Oh. Honestly, the Thorben channels probably has less potential than a political one.
Oh,
Because how universal politics is and how it can be kind of a continuous stream of topics and conversation that people find important. While Terraria, who knows how long that'll stick around.
That's true. Yeah, one of these days I should put rooms in my house.
Nah, who needs rooms?
I mean, is this supposed to be mostly like a party room? So
call this the open format design.
It's kind of supposed to be like a party house. It's like kind of the concept of it.
Maybe why? No, that's not how torches work.
It's stylistic.
Is it?
Yes.
This is stylistic.
It's for the style.
This is how you party.
Yes, with torches and glow sticks.
And missing blocks.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna get more glass. I'm actually gonna head back to my house right now and see if my sand finished cooking.
Sand finished cooking.
Wait, you don't English like that?
What?
You don't English like that?
I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time, it doesn't, and I just like it.
Why doesn't it make sense?
Because you don't cooking sand. It makes it sound like food.
Wait, you don't eat sand?
Food.
Wait, you don't eat sand?
Not yet. I don't. It's a bit coarse, a bit rough. Gets everywhere. You know.
Even when you go to the beach.
Even when I go to the beach. Man, the beach scares me. I'm a photographer, and the sand, man, it gets everywhere.
Wait, Corbin, come along.
I am coming along.
Nice.
You don't have a very optimal minecart system here.
What's wrong with it?
More powered rails.
Why do I need more?
Well, we started off very slowly.
Yeah.
And then okay, this stretch right here, this is a good stretch, but the beginning part needs some help.
So the issue is that I have two rails, and I have two carts on there, so they bump into each other and then they make each other stop. Once you touch one of the rails, you're good. You're like the powered rails, you're good.
You can also, if you're the only person riding, you can just go into the other cart that you bumped into.
Yeah, that's usually what I do. But then one of the carts will still be stopped.
Yeah, you'll just switch back into it on the way back.
Huh?
And you'll just switch into it on the way back.
Yeah.
Or else remove the second cart, question mark?
But then, like, multiple people can't ride this thing.
How many people do you think are going to ride this thing?
Right now, we have two.
Right now, we have two. Oh, apparently I got an achievement for being on a rail.
I'm thinking about that building that I'm making that be part of... See, because I have a plan for a new, like, city, right? I don't know if the new city should be where that building is or somewhere else.
It is pretty close to Wesley's kingdom.
Yeah, it could be interference for sure.
The cake's still there. Love it.
I ate one of them because there were two cakes.
All right. Well, I ought to get going. So I'm not a night owl and I got work tomorrow.
Ah, sure.
I'm good hanging out.
All right, well, this is a good gaming session, though.
Huh?
It's a good gaming session.
Yeah. Sounds like this next Sunday isn't happening, from what I can tell.
It's not happening?
And it sounds like multiple people can't make it. Maybe I was wrong about that.
Well, you know what that means? Then it's time for us to do Halo with Connor.
Why with Connor?
I don't know, just to be random.
Okay. You could do Halo though.
Shit, Halo, that's fine with me.
Alright. I'll see you, man.
Peace out, bro. Alright. I think I'll also hop off too once I put this this glass here. Yeah, that Ohio stand was something else. Let's see, do I still have those doors? Yeah, I don't have any doors. I should also build some doors before I head out. I should build a front door and a back door. See, that's not it. Where should that door be? Well, I know one door should be here for sure. No, not here. This area is so surrounded by like trees and stuff. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. This is just rudimentary and not permanent at all. But just so that I have doors. Well, actually, no. This will make me find a side door. So let's actually make this permanent. But let's see, I need a good front door. What would be a good place for a front door? But who's this guy? Selling some nice flowers and stuff, but I don't have a Minecraft girlfriend, so. Let's see, I can just take a step back and just see just what would even be a place that would make sense to put that door. Because I want it to be functional, of course, but I also want it to be aesthetic. Like, I'm now in a place where, like, I don't build homes out of necessity anymore. I build them because, like, I want them, in part, to look cool. So if it's not gonna look cool, I'm not sure that I want it. Ooh, how about over there? let me back out some more. Very interesting design. I feel like the building could certainly use some more angles. But yeah, I think right there might be a good place to put those doors. Here we go. Ah, put it on the wrong block. There we go. Okay, there we go. I think I have enough glass to make something cool here. Nice. All right. Now I want to make some nice little stairs here. And again, when I have, you know, once everything is like actually completely done, I'll polish this a little bit more. Make like an actual stair, for example. Rather than just using crude cobblestone blocks. Oh. There we go, slowly but surely. Here we are, ground level. Yeah, I think this is somewhat aesthetical. There we go. See, I think that's fine for now. this up just by taking a look outside at our house. Let's get as far a view as we can. Because we made some progress. You know, it certainly could use some work. I think it's a little bit brutalist for what I think is appropriate for a house that's like in this locale. But you know, I can modify the house. I can make some improvements. At the end of the day, it's not terrible. So this is like a good start, you know, because I think I can build around this. I think I can build around this and maybe make a whole city. We'll see. But the big thing is I'll need to find villagers to fill the city. So I think that'll be the tough part because there's no... I don't know of any villages nearby. But alrighty, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. It's been fun. It's been fun. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. So let me play some music. Here we go. Actually, you know what? You know, I'm kind of feeling the Kanye song again. Let's roll with this. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in. It was a fun stream. We got to cover some interesting news, talk about some, you know, some nice things with the chat, while also slandering Ohio a bit. So that was fun. I got to make some, you know, major improvements to my house. So that was certainly nice to do. I'm looking forward to really moving forward with this like urban planning thing. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But in any case, yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you all in next stream or on my Clips channel. Check out 9newbie Clips and also check out the Discord if you're not a member. dscrd.ntnwb.cc is the link where you need to be. And yeah, just pretty much all I got. Peace out, y'all. Yo. I'm sorry to, you know, break the news, Cotsworth the cat, but I'm actually about to end stream. But if you join my Discord, I'll take a look at your cat. The link is in the description. It's ntnwb.c. It's dscrd.ntnwb.cc. Man, I wish I caught you earlier. Wish you caught the stream earlier. Because I was actually about to end stream, but I'll be happy to take a look at your cat, unless your cat is on your YouTube channel. If I could take a look at it, maybe even like react to it on stream at some point. That'd be fun. But yes, join the Discord, and I will take a look at your cat. Your little kitty.
Codsworth the cat. Said in the chat. Okay, bye. I'll join the Discord. Earth the cat said in the chat. It is on my YouTube channel.
Sorry, my bad. That's cool. I'll react to your cat in the next stream. Unfortunately, it is late. I do need to go to bed. But I'm a huge cat person, so if you have cat photos, I would just you can spam them all over my Discord as much as you like. I will have no qualms with that at all. I'm glad that I caught you before I did the stream. I just wanted to say that I'm a huge cat person. Please share cat photos in the Discord. I would absolutely love that. But yeah, I do have to go. So peace out. But thank you for joining the Discord and everything. I appreciate that.